Well, I never thought of making this video this soon. But with the news circulating around of the potential KOTOR remake, I thought it was appropriate time to make this video. Because in this video we'll be going over the main differences of what makes both KOTOR and SWTOR unique in their own different ways. And those of you who have been fooled by IGN, no, Darth Malgus and Darth Malak are not the same character. To start the comparison off, we have Knights of the Old Republic, the 2003 single-player game made by BioWare. The KOTOR story plays off between the years 304 BTC and 302 BTC and follows the journey of the main character called Revan. You as Revan set off on this journey to stop Darth Malak, the main antagonist of the game. And then you have Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMORPG which was released within the year 2011 by EA and BioWare. SWTOR can be seen as the love child between World of Warcraft, Star Wars Galaxies and KOTOR. As for the story, Star Wars The Old Republic starts off just a few years after the Treaty of Coruscant. And within this are there 8 different storylines that you can play through, as they all have their unique story and voice actors. And aside of this are there also expansions added to the game, which makes it that there is always something to do when you log in. Then now let's talk about the differences that KOTOR and SWTOR have. Both games are set within the Legends Star Wars universe. However, there is 300 years between the two stories. Within KOTOR you meet Bastila Shan, for example. Does the name sound familiar to you? As Bastila Shan is the something grandmother of Satil Shan, the Jedi Master who you meet within Star Wars The Old Republic. And not to forget Revan. Within KOTOR you can play either as a female or male Revan. Within SWTOR the developers went with the male Revan. And without going into spoilers, yes, Darth Revan makes his grand return within Star Wars The Old Republic and even has his own expansion. Now let's talk about platform differences. The original KOTOR is a single-player game available on multiple platforms such as mobile, Xbox, Windows and MacBook. This is a massive difference compared to SWTOR, as SWTOR is an MMORPG only available for Windows. It also has a subscription model, however, SWTOR can also be played as free-to-play. Now let's talk about gameplay differences. Once you complete KOTOR, the game is pretty much over. As for SWTOR, there's so much more that you can do once you finish the storylines. You can play with friends, do group missions, play PvP, roleplay, well, pretty much everything that you can do in your average MMO game, but dipped in a juicy Star Wars sauce. The differences that I just mentioned were only the start of what makes the games both very unique. Within SWTOR you can pretty much play as space Barbies when it comes to your outfit designer. Do you want to change your facial appearance? Well, then there is the appearance designer. And there is also a cartel market for those of you who would like to throw your real life money into the game. Another difference that sets both games apart is that KOTOR came with a completely new game as their follow-up story. As for Star Wars The Old Republic, the developers add in new content every few months. Now that I covered most differences between the games, would I like to also mention a few things that they have in common. As you saw in the thumbnail of the video, SWTOR could be seen as a love child between World of Warcraft, KOTOR and even Galaxies. This on its own isn't particularly a bad thing, as it has both up and downsides to it. This is a topic that I could cover in a future video, so leave a like up and who knows will I cover this in a future video. Now, let's go back to the list of the things that both games have in common. Both games have been made by BioWare, which you can also see translated back into the storytelling. You get to travel in SWTOR to the same places that you visited in KOTOR. For example Manaan and even the Dantooine Jedi Enclave. There is the same companion system that looks very similar as the one in KOTOR. You go and recruit various companions on your journey across the galaxy. This makes it that both games are very unique in their own way and at least should be played through once. And this all makes me all the more excited if the news about the KOTOR remake is true. And with that said, it's time to end the video. I hope you liked it, as I usually don't cover game topics outside of SWTOR. But seeing how many confuse SWTOR and KOTOR, it was only but appropriate to make this video. And before you click away, don't forget to tickle that like and subscribe button if you'd love to see more Star Wars content like this.